season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see, the number 25 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Wolverines will boot it away to start the game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Scanning the field, it's Jeffrey. And he got smacked just as he released the pass.
Entering settings screen, you have 29 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected. Key narration volume set to 100. Entering settings screen, you have 29 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
Wait, guys, let's look big picture at Florida State. You start the season top 25, clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25. But a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
Set up to throw. Zings it complete to the right. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, there's an example of the quarterback just creating on the fly, because I think that was supposed to go to the running back on a screen, and he just saw an open guy downfield and said, I don't know, I'm just going to throw it down to this dude. He's wide open. I know it's not how we drew it up, but we'll take it.
They're setting up the screen. Turning it on. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon, and you're seeing that here early.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Trying to hit the sideline on the right. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Seminoles have always been known for explosive, flashy, big plays, but think of guys like Dalvin Cook and the toughness that he ran with. That's on display here.
And then those guys that I think of, too, with Warrick Dunn, where you hand them the football and big plays can happen, and offenses have been built around that for years at Florida State, finding that guy to hand the ball to.
The Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Jeffrey. Under fire. Makes the catch. It's Hawkins. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
This offense is going to try and stretch the field vertically and horizontally. They did dare throwing it to their running back, but the defense, they were in perfect position to make that play for no gain.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll run the option. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. Looking to throw. Somehow fits it into that traffic. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage.
And listen, that's not a surprise. Obviously, they want to throw the football on 3rd down and try to get a 1st down, but it got absolutely nowhere. Great job by the defense, rallying up and actually getting a tackle for a loss.
They kick it away on 4th down. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. They'll try the run. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Marsh. And he throws hands with that strong, stiff arm, but still not a lot of running room there.
Look, as an offense, you're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that 3rd down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not by much.
It'll be 3rd and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Fires to the wideout. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the 1st down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Hey, good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the 1st option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. To the ground with the back. They'll give him a couple that leaves him with 3rd and 8.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Gets the back moving. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
And the Wolverines line up to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Some of this, they'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Hawkins. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14. Let's take a second here to talk about Florida State. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job, the pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start, try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Off play action on 1st down. Going for it all. Intercepted. Big play, stopping the drive. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching you. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
The Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Might be calling a hot route. To throw, it's Underwood. They're working that left side. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Wants to throw on first down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast. He's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
And the Wolverines with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? They'll leave it with him. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Way too close to punt. Way too far for the field goal. They'll go for it on 4th down. Going for the marker on the ground. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Connection to the right. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. Anytime a wide receiver makes a big play like that, images of Peter Warrick start flashing in Seminoles' heads.
And, man, just that time, that era with Bobby Bowden and those offenses, you just think about high-flying, every position, game breakers, and I think a swag, Reese. Just guys that I know I could throw to the outside that had swag, that could take it to the house, make big plays.
Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a 1st down. Looking for space, it's Hawkins. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. On the move. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it right.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge 3rd down here in the big house. Back to throw, it's Jeffrey. Oh, they're after him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. Looking to throw on first down. Uncorks it. Finds space on the right. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw. They've got to be more consistent, making big plays through the air. This guy gives them that chance.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. The throw to the outside is complete. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
And a play like that, that seems routine, but it only works if the quarterback can get the ball out on time and out in front of the wide receiver. That allows the receiver to keep separation from the defender, and the ball hits him in stride.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Lost to throw again. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And quarterbacks got to understand, I know you got your favorites, and you're going to look out there and you're, that guy's really good. I'm going to find ways to get him, but I got to take what the defense gives me, and double coverage is probably not the avenue that I want to go attack consistently.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Looks as if he's going to run it. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball, because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Starting to feel a little pressure. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. absolutely perfect. And after the three-spot guys, we're all tied up. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. North Carolina is down right now. But that kid on the defensive side, I know this is a big statement, but he looks like a young Lawrence Taylor. Do not rule out a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Boise State. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. To the air on first down. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. He just got rid of the football. Not sure what he was doing. They're going to get him for grounding. They'll line up for a second down play. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. And that penalty will back them up some more, half the distance to the goal. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Handoff from the shotgun. Breaks the tackle. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Guys, let's look big picture at Florida State. Their offseason just what they were looking for. Top 10 recruiting class. Now they've got to figure out how to best use that talent, Jesse.
Well, not just difference makers in this top 10 class, but they've got some guys that they think can be key contributors both on offense and defense. And in this first game, you know they've got to be excited.
Yeah, and they're probably nervous too, right? Like first big-time stage, big-time.
And he intercepts it in their end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick six.
Hey, listen, if you're throwing the ball deep down close to your end zone, you better be very accurate because tips lead to picks, and that's exactly what happened there. What's worse, it led to a defensive touchdown.
And they knocked through the extra point for the 10-3 lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his spot. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They'll start this drive down by a touchdown, trailing 10-3. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Send the tight end in motion. Give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Off play action. It's caught. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the end route there.
Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on third down. Now on the move. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. And the Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to pass. It's Jeffrey. Under fire. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
So now it's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Got his man quickly. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The Seminoles are in the hurry-up. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he throws another interception. His third of the night. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
So here comes the Michigan offense. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Running back searching for a hole. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on 3rd down expecting him to get the ball again.
And the Wolverines lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. The Wolverines are facing 3rd and inches. He wants to change this route. They'll move the tight end. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. And he missed it. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. For the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
The play-action fake. Buying some time. Got his man to the left. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Back to throw, it's Underwood. Looking to the big tight end. Got it! Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys on the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Wants to pass. Here comes the heat. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Man, that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Let's see what he can do with the return. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Waning seconds in the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Looking for space. It's Hawkins. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just enough time for one final play of the half. The give to the back. And after that short gain, they'll head to the locker room. It's halftime here. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Noles will boot it away to start the second half. Bringing it back. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively you understand, like the running game isn't a...
Snatches it on the right. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Well, I'll tell you, there are a lot of coordinators out there that would want to set up the shot, especially on the first play of the drive. Maybe run the ball, and then a few plays later, go play action, make it look the same before shooting it downfield. They just did it right away on first down, first play of the drive. If you get the matchup, take the shot. And that's exactly what happened. Nice job.
Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Nice grab in traffic. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the ubiquitous bubble screen just floats backward for lost yardage.
You need better blocking downfield. I mean, these receivers got to understand, if you're going to play in this offense, it's not good enough just catching the ball. You've got to block for your fellow comrades. Poor job executing at the point of attack.
Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Hauls it in. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
And the Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. It's complete on the right side. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Looking downfield. Got his man. They get him stopped, but the big gain has him on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Now from inside the red zone. Here's the pressure. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Here's the handoff. Runs through the tackle. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. He'll pull it on the read. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in this one in the MAC that just finished up. Houston had an impressive showing at home today. And I know the fans there in Clutch City are ready for hoops. But pay attention to what's happening on the gridiron too, people. Never a dull moment when it comes to football in the MAC, and that certainly held true again today.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
On the ground with the counter. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The Seminoles are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Back to pass. It's Jeffrey. Get it out to the supersonic guy. He did not make it a stonewall on 3rd down. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Quickly out to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Right on the money. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that short throw. They're like, really? Okay, we'll just make an easy tackle and jog our punt return team out on the field. You're going to make it that easy for us.
The Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Punt is on its way. Now on the return. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Didn't get anything done. 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Looking for a man. It's Jeffrey. Throws to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. 2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Fires downfield. He's got him wide open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Much of this Seminole foundation was built around great quarterback play, some legends at that position.
Some awesome guys that spread it around to elite playmakers, and it's just a great history at Florida State. They've been up and down in the recent history, but this team back in the day, man, Doak was rocking. Everybody wanted to be a Florida State Seminole.
Wants to go up top on first down. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and the defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Lets it fly. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Big third down here. They need to get the ball to the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Looking downfield on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And I like where the quarterback got, because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Wants to throw. It's Underwood. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. Powers through. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the third quarter. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Trying to power it in. Touchdown, Michigan! And the pummeling has started.
Another nice drive put together. And this offense through 2 weeks, man, they look legit. This team's about to be 2-0. All of their dreams in front of them. This team looks like a national championship contender.
And the extra point was good. kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Let's take a second here to talk about Florida State. Unless there is a dramatic turn of events, this is not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to be able to handle adversity and handle the outside noise moving forward, because losing this game in week 1, all the detractors, all the naysayers, that noise is going to get louder. That hot seat is getting even hotter. And I think all eyes are going to be on this program now, David, seeing how they turn the page and move on from this.
Then I give you Exhibit A. Jesse Palmer just turned up the hot seat. All eyes are on them. They got to win. They got to do this. Starting off on the wrong foot. This is exactly what happens. It becomes a distraction. We're going to find out how good of a coach he is, and we're going to find out how loyal these fans are really quickly in this season.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, they needed 2 yards to get that first down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical, get a hat on a hat, low man wins, all the cliches to get that third down and short.
Back to pass, it's Jeffrey. Nearly another interception. It'll be second down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
From the shotgun, the inside give. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. The Noles want to pick up the tempo. Little over anxious, out of the stands early, and it's a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. On 3rd and long. Try to convert through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. So here comes the Michigan offense. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
They'll give it to him again. Plows through the defense. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The give out of the gun. There he goes. Headed to the end zone. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that run.
And you want to dominate the football game like these guys have all day. Dominate the line of scrimmage. You know, turn and hand the ball off to your running back. It's a good recipe. It makes every quarterback better. It makes every OC better. Just turn, hand the football off, especially when you're winning the ball game.
And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next run.
And they've been able to get within 2 yards. Now will they try to throw it in for the score? Trying to punch it in. And that defense just ran through that offensive front. He broke a couple of tackles, but nowhere to run.
Yeah, and on 3rd and goal, they're saying, hey, we're still going to try to power this football and run it. Obviously haven't had success. Now getting to 4th and goal. Now it's a situation, do I kick the field goal? Do I feel comfortable running the football? Or do I need to throw this thing?
They want to throw it. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on 4th down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a double? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that would have done the same thing. If backups are on the field, they get an opportunity to run your playbook. So let him do it. At the end of the day, you've got to force the opponent to stop. And that's what they're doing. That's the mindset. I got to be honest, I like it.
Tight end finds a soft spot. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Jeffrey. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions.
And this offense, they just got to find a way to make some plays here. They dug themselves a huge hole, haven't played well, especially in the important areas. They've kicked too many field goals, not scored a touchdown. They've got to find a way to create an explosive play.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Pick up a 5. They'll need 5 more on 3rd down.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. This would be a prodigious kick from 56 yards out and from the left side. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And guys, this will stay a 24-point game.
Man, that kicker came inches away from hitting a PB. That thing almost cleared the crossbar. Wow.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with high discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Kick is in the air. Just needs a crack to get a return. Slips through the line. You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip the field on display right there. And it was just about a return for a touchdown. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Line getting set on 2nd down.